Yeah, so this is a very, very important, important story, because in this event, a lot of things will happen. So in this event, after this event, Lord Brahma will also come. He'll be wondering, how Lord Krishna is, this child Krishna is doing this. So he'll also not believe that Krishna is Lord, and he will want to test him subsequently. But this python killing, and this is one of the very biggest demon which comes to Vrindavan. And then not only that, all the children who get inside, they are also killed, but they are all revived by Lord Krishna. So we'll start. The mystic python. Usually the Gopas ate breakfast before heading to the forest with their calves. But one day, Lord Krishna desired to have a picnic breakfast in the forest. Early in the morning, he blew his bugle to wake up all his friends. Thousands of Gopas, each with his own group of little calves, joined Krishna, who had countless calves of his own. So children, they used to enjoy. See how wonderful the children used to enjoy in the village. They were tending calves. They used to play so many games, and then now they are going for a picnic in the forest with carrying all their breakfast and food, and everybody is joining. So everybody's calling each other. So I don't know, in childhood people used to call by whistling each other in the friends. They used to go to the other place now. They used to call whistle, or there was different sounds. So here they use a bugle to wake all friends to come. Balram wanted to accompany Krishna, but his elders insisted that he stayed at home because it was his birthday and he needed to participate in certain rituals and offer donations to Brahmanas. Consequently, Krishna and other Gopas set off for the forest without Balram. So Balram, in major this thing demon attack, Balram was not there with Lord Krishna. So whenever Balram was there, he used to confront the demons first, generally, or anything would have attacked Krishna. And when you go to Nandgaon, you will find Krishna and Balram, they look exactly the same. You will not be able to figure out who is Krishna, who is Balram, except that Krishna is standing near Mother Yashoda, Balram is standing near on the side of Nand Maharaj. That's the only differentiation. Otherwise, both look same. And there's a reason why Lord Balram used to wear dresses exactly like Krishna. So regularly there were attacks on Krishna. So to protect Krishna, Balram used to wear the same dress so that anybody who attacks, he attacks Balram first so that he can defend. He can fight with them. So that's why he used to wear exactly the same dress. And he'll have a flute and everything. They look exactly the same. Except that the color difference, but otherwise on the dresses and the looks, they look the same. So now in this thing, Balram is not there. His birthday is there, so he has to go do donations and celebrations. So he's not gone for this picnic. The Gopas carried their lunch bags, flutes, and sticks as they all entered the forest, filled with playful enthusiasm. The mothers of the boys adorned them with jewelry made of gunja berries, pearls, and gold. However, once they were in the forest, the boys further embellished themselves with leaves, flowers, fruits, peacock feathers, and colorful minerals. They played with great delight in the woods. So they used to use many things for decorating themselves. So first mothers used to give, and then whatever it was in the forest, they used to use that and put for their decoration. At times, the naughty boys would play pranks, like snatching a friend's lunch bag and tossing it far away. When they saw their friend upset, the others would laugh and eventually return the bag. They would playfully steal the ropes and sticks of other boys. Occasionally, the boys would engage in friendly competition as well. So these games used to happen, and Lord Krishna used to share food with his friends. He used to take, so all the friends used to be very happy in giving their food to Lord Krishna. They always loved, that Lord Krishna takes my food. So everybody would want to offer food to him. So actually, if you see in today's world, that's what we want. We want to offer the food to the Lord and then take the prasad, basically whatever is dominant. So that these children were actually doing it. Just too much of noise. थोड़ा आवाज कम करो ना, बहुत आवाज है. So the children, they were actually doing the same process. They were offering food to Lord Krishna, then they were eating it, and they used to love to serve to Lord Krishna. So there's a story once, Lord Krishna told to his friend, I want to come to your house and have food. So that friend was very poor. So uh, he went to his house. So his mother told, so when he went, he told his mother, my friend Krishna has come, please give. And Krishna was a son of Nand Maharaj. Nand Maharaj was the king of that village, Gokul Vrindavan. He was a king. And his mother told him, no, today I don't have anything. In fact, they did not have anything. I only have something buttermilk which is left off, which is 2 days old, which also would be actually stale. It's not good. So, but still, Lord Krishna said, no, I want to have something from your house. So then that child goes and the mother brings that buttermilk, but this his friend doesn't want Lord Krishna to drink that buttermilk because it is very stale. So to avoid that, he immediately takes the buttermilk and puts in his mouth. So its mouth is swollen. So Lord Krishna says, Hare, this was for me. How come you drank it? And he's saying, no, something is making his face. But Lord Krishna, what he did? He just, he clapped on his face and the whole buttermilk came out and it went into Lord Krishna's mouth. So this kind of love he had, and this thing was actually watched by Lord Brahma also. Then he said, hey, he's not Lord, yeah. How come Lord is behaving in this manner? But this is a mercy of the Lord on that of his friend, because he loved his friends and he didn't treat, like my friend is poor, but he's doing mercy on him because by taking him, he's giving them blessings. So here also the children are sharing food, they are taking, offering to Lord Krishna everything. Sometimes Krishna would venture deep into the forest to admire its beauty, while the other boys would engage in friendly competitions, each one shouting, I'll touch Krishna first, I'll touch Krishna first. They would all celebrate when someone managed to touch Krishna's first. The boys' playful activities knew no bounds. So if you see, in the beginning, it was told, Lord Krishna was very adventurous. He was very bold and adventurous. So here also it's coming, he used to go into the forest deep alone and uh, other boys would be there because he wanted to enjoy the beauty inside. And they all wanted to touch Lord Krishna. The sporting pleasure of the Gopals were purely spiritual, free from any ill will or jealousy, unlike the typical interactions of this world. So this is actually true for all children now also. If children are, if you see below 5, 6 years, they are very pure. They don't have feelings of jealousy. It's only when the children grow big, it's because of the parents and the elders, they get this feelings of jealousy. There's a comparison. You compare, your friend is having this, you should have this. Your friend is getting first rank, you should get first rank. Then there's jealousy coming in, or sometimes ill will comes in children because we have made everything as a competitive world. But in the villages or when the children are very small, there's nothing, there's no competition. They are all friends, they are enjoying life. They would play their flutes and mimic the sounds of bumblebees and cuckoo birds. They would chase after the shadows of the birds on the ground, imitate the postures of swans, and dance like peacocks. They did even make funny faces like monkeys and leap onto tree branches. They did approach waterfalls, cross rivers and lakes, and even hop around like frogs. Their days were filled with endless joy and innocence. You can see so beautiful they are enjoying. Here we are struggling in life, morning 9 to 7 we do go for office and come to home, then take care of the children, or the children go to school and they go to classes, then they are struggling. There's no life. See what beautiful life Lord Krishna and the children used to have in the villages, in the forest. They're chilling out. There's no stress. There's no tension in the life. Enjoying with the forest, singing with birds, peacocks. So there's a story of why Lord Krishna has a feather, peacock feather on his head. So peacock feather. Why does Lord Krishna have peacock feather? There's one story which I heard. I don't know it maybe how much it is, but anyone, why does Lord Krishna have a peacock feather on his head? What is the reason? Anybody? Okay.
I only remember that he danced with Krishna, and then he was like dancing very well. Maybe
Yeah, it is
because of
linked
that.
to that. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So hi, Irit, you want to answer?
I think it was something to do with the king of peacocks was dancing with Krishna. So
Yeah, it is.
they So
Yeah.
then Krishna is so Krishna then wore a peacock feather just to remember the king of peacocks.
The last part I didn't understand, but you're right. It's all, yeah, Rajkumar, it's related to dance only. So Lord Krishna danced in front of the peacocks, and peacocks loved that dance. And then, in honor, like a artist is given some gift, so peacocks have given that gift to Lord Krishna, and so that's why he wears that. So it is linked to dance. So Lord Krishna's dance, and Lord Krishna dances very well. So also, Lord Shiva is told Natraj. He's called Natraj, but Lord Krishna is also is a great dancer. Where any other place where you saw Lord Krishna dance?
Natwar. Krishna is Natwar.
Krishna is Natwar. Krishna is called Natwar. So, and Lord Shiva is called Natraj. So where did we see Lord Krishna dance? Have we seen him dance in some of this Krishna's Lilas? Anyone remembers where Lord Krishna danced?
Above Kalia.
Mataji, if you answer, then you are more superior to me. So yes, he danced on the head of Kalia Nag. So on the snake serpent's hoods. So there were 5 hoods, and he was dancing on them, and he was dancing on each hood, which was slippery, and he was dancing very nicely, putting the hoods down inside. So on such a platform, he could dance very well. So that was a place where Lord Krishna showed that he dances very well. So we continue. The boys would also have fun by laughing at their own reflections in water. They would visit deep wells and make sounds, enjoying the echoes that bounce back. Even the most learned scholars and philosophers can't easily approach Krishna or have the chance to see him from a distance. But these pure-hearted Gopas got the amazing opportunity to play with Krishna. Krishna treated them as equals. So such a beautiful opportunity. And these Gopas are great rishis, They are the great rishis of who participated with Lord Ram in Ramayana. So they were all great rishis who were serving Lord Ram. So they have come as Gopas and Gopis, and they have got the opportunity to be living with Lord Krishna and enjoying his company as a friend. Nobody in this world has got such opportunity, Lord's friends play with him together as equals. While the boys were enjoying, a demon named Aghasura suddenly appeared. He was a younger brother of Putna and Bakasura. Aghasura, driven by jealousy, couldn't stand seeing the joy of the Gopas. We are also feeling so jealous. So, like so much the children enjoyed, our life, we have not, at least now the children don't enjoy that much, what at least we used to enjoy, or what the children enjoy here. So, Aghasura became jealous, seeing these guys are enjoying. And even the Devtas who had tasted nectar were scared of Aghasura and eagerly waited for his defeat. So in our office now, generally when you're working, so I'm working in my organization from last 25 years. So if you're working, so after 15-20 years now, if you're healthy, you're smiling, that means you have not been given enough work. To prove that you have enough work, the person should always be in stress. He should be loaded. So like now on children's also, children should do this activity, they should do 5 activities. He should be complete. They make the parents have made children busy completely. So everybody wants, they should be busy. Here Aghasura is saying children are free, they are enjoying life, but he couldn't see that. So that's why he's become jealous, and so he has come to attack Lord Krishna. Even the Devtas who had tasted nectar were scared. So the Devtas were also scared from Aghasura. So he was so powerful. Jealous people can't tolerate others' happiness and even try to ruin it. So generally you have seen a movie now, one of the students says, I came last. I said, that's okay. But his friend came first. So he was very jealous with him. So generally jealous people can't tolerate other people's happiness. So that's the problem. We always feel, what is happening with others. So I see many people, when you go to a party, they see the plate, what is there in the other's plate. What is he having? What has he got in his plate? What gift he got? So we are not bothered, what we have. We are never happy with what we have. Ideally, we should be happy with what we have and try to be satisfied. But we are always anxious, or we want to compare with others. See what they have. We feel that way. Usko ye mila, mujhe nahi mila. How come? Why I have not got this? So we always wonder, what others have. We should never bother about that. That's the biggest reason of anxiousness or a worry. So Aghasur devised a wicked plan. He thought, this Krishna has killed my sisters and brothers. I shall please my departed siblings by killing Krishna along with his friends. Once I do that, all the parents, Gopas and Gopis, will inevitably die from the unbearable grief of losing their children. With this evil intention, Aghasura transformed into a terrifying python. So he decided, he made a plan to kill all the Gopas basically, all the friends, Krishna and his friends. And that would obviously, when the children will not be there, so or their parents will obviously be having grief, and they will also be depressed. Aghasur stretched to an astonishing length of 8 miles and opened his dark mouth, resembling an enormous cave, ready to devour Krishna and all the Gopas. So what he did, he lied down like a python. He was in a form of python. 8 miles, he stretched himself to 8 miles, and his mouth was like a cave. It was opening like a cave. And the python's lower lip rested on the ground, while his upper lip reached the clouds. So his upper lip was almost touching the clouds. If you see, there's a photo. So his lower lip is on the ground and the upper lip is almost touching the clouds. And he was very dirty. So the color was matching. His color was matching with the ground. It was brownish in color. So nobody can make differentiation whether he's a python. Its tongue was like a vast rod. Its breath felt like warm wind. Actually, when he was breathing, his breath was very warm and it was actually poisonous. And the eyes burning with fiery intensity. So his eyes were actually reddish, but he was keeping his eyes closed so that nobody notices that. When the Gopas saw Aghasura from a distance, they mistook him to be a scenic spot in Vrindavan. Some Gopas thought that this might be a statue of a python made for their playing. They were unafraid. So one thing is that these children were also not afraid, because they always thought, when Krishna is there with me, so there is no problem. So in our life also, when children, they see their parents along with them, or they have somebody, then they are not afraid. They will do whatever they want. They'll do a lot of mischief. But if they don't see their parents, then they will actually be calm. They will not do any mischief. But yes, Lord Krishna is actually, they treated Lord Krishna as their parent only, because he is there, they have protection. So whenever we feel protected, then we are always in we are not afraid of anything. So did you know why did the demons attack Krishna in the forest? So I was listening to one katha today, where Prabhuji was telling, generally when women go for shopping, so when they go for shopping, if they go alone, they'll be very cautious of spending. They will not spend. They will be saying, I should buy only this much, I'll do this much. But when their husband is there along with them, then they are little, Bindas, husband is there, he will pay up, or he'll support me for shopping, or there's no problem. So then same way, Lord Krishna is there, so we are always not afraid. So did you know why did the demons attack Krishna in the forest? So Gopas would get so engrossed in playing all the day that they often forgot to eat their lunch unless something interrupted their divine enjoyment. To ensure they have their meal, the divine energy of Lord Krishna, known as Yoga Maya, arranged for demons to come almost every day and disturb their play. After Krishna defeated these demons, the Gopas would then recall that it was time for lunch, and they would gather to eat together. After that, the boys would once again immerse themselves in their sweet pastime. So this is one reason given by the sages, or very rustic sages who write. So why these demons are coming? So one of the reasons is when children are playing, they get engrossed. So it's like in our place also, we see when children are playing, they actually get engrossed and they'll forget of eating anything. So Yoga Maya, who is the Shakti of Lord Krishna, she used to come, arrange, demons come so that their play is disrupted. And then they will remember, yes, after defeating them, now we have to eat food. Then they would take lunch. Some boys asked, is this creature dead or is it living? Is it a python who came to swallow us all? Other boys replied, yes, it is. Some boy said, if this is really a creature that has come to swallow us, Krishna will immediately kill it, just like he did with Bakasur and other demons. All the Gopas had complete confidence in Krishna's protection. At at the same time, they were excited to explore Aghasura's mouth. So, see, complete protection of Lord Krishna, if we have that faith, we'll always be happy. We'll always believe Lord Krishna is there with us. So once one of my colleagues in office, he asked me, why I see the devotees of ISKCON or Lord Krishna, they're generally happy. I've never seen them very stressed. So if you see 90%, at least most of the devotees, they're quite happy. You don't find them very anxious or this thing, because the reason is they know that Lord is behind. So once your Lord is behind me, then they feel they're always happy. So here also the children, they are not worried. They're saying, "Arey, don't worry. Krishna is, even if he's a demon, so what? He'll be killed." So they entered. So they went inside the mouth. They looked at Krishna's lovely face, laughed and clapped as they ran towards Aghasura and went inside his mouth. Even the calves raised their tails and followed the boys enthusiastically. So not only the Gopas, the calves, they also went inside. Krishna heard the boys talk and wanted to stop them. However, they were so excited that they entered the demon's mouth before Krishna could intervene. So they just entered, and Krishna also couldn't stop them. They went so fast. Surprisingly, Aghasura didn't swallow the boys. He was waiting for Krishna to enter. Krishna is the ultimate source of courage for his friends, who relied solely on him. Krishna then entered Aghasura's mouth. He made himself larger inside the python's throat. Aghasura also tried to grow bigger, hoping to swallow Krishna. So now Krishna has entered mouth, and he made himself larger inside the python's throat. Aghasura also, so now he's entered, and Aghasura has closed his mouth. So he has closed his mouth, and inside all the children are suffocating. So Lord Krishna is now growing himself. He's growing bigger. So Aghasura also trying to big, hoping to swallow Krishna, to Gopas and everybody. However, because Krishna was expanding, Aghasura couldn't even breathe normally. He felt suffocated, and his eyes bulged from their sockets. So he felt so suffocated, his eyes just came out, from his socket, so which was inside. His life hair couldn't find an outlet and burst through the hole in the top of his head. So he expanded, and this thing burst. And all the children and the calves, they are dead inside the Aghasura's body. Lord Krishna is there, and he is fighting. Why did Krishna expand himself within Aghasura's mouth? While defeating demons like Satakasura and Trinavar, Krishna didn't make himself bigger, but he expanded himself within Aghasura's mouth. He did this to show everyone that he was the Almighty God. Even though he appeared as a child, in other pastimes, Krishna's parents, the gopis and the gopas, were watching him. So Krishna did not visibly display any opulence. But in this case, the devtas were watching him, but not the cowards. So he took more common method of expanding himself to kill the demons. So here, this is the reason why he's expanding. In all other Lilas which happened before, he maintained himself as a child. He did not show any opulence. So because the coward boys, his parents, they all will think he's God. He didn't want them to feel that, because otherwise his parental Vatsalya love would have gone. They will start thinking of God, and they'll start praying him. So he did not want that to happen. And that's the reason he did not. But here, nobody was watching him. His friends, the calves, everybody was, actually they were dead inside, and only the devtas were watching. So for devtas, so there's no problem. So that's the reason he expanded and killed Aghasura. Afterwards, Krishna glanced at the lifeless calves and boys who had entered Aghasura's mouth earlier. With his loving gaze, Krishna brought them back to life, and they all came out of the demon's throat together. So Krishna just gave a glance to them, and those boys became alive. They were back to life, and they all came out together from the demon's throat. So Lord Krishna has done this. Subsequently also, he had made his guru's son also alive. That's what Guru Dakshina he gave. Sandipni Muni in Ujjain. So there's a temple of his guru where he used to go for his teachings. Afterwards, when he went to Mathura, then he was sent to school, and then at Sandipni Muni's place, which is near Ujjain, and his Sandipni Muni's wife requested, after when Lord Krishna went to him for saying what Guru Dakshina should I give. So he requested him, my son was killed, you bring him back to life. So he actually went to this thing wherever he was there, Yamlok or wherever, and he brought his son back to life. So here also he could do that. He did very easily. So he's bringing the children back to life. So that's a supreme power. Nobody has this power of bringing anybody back to life. Only Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu can do this. From Aghasura's dead body, a glaring effulgence came out, stayed in the sky until Krishna came out from the corpse. And then the effulgence entered into Krishna's body. So all demons who are dying, they are merging in Krishna's body. And when Krishna is touching them, so now Krishna touched Putna, her body became, with fragrance, and it was smelling like beautiful, and aroma was around. So here also, when this Aghasur was in a python, he was stinking and his, smelling bad from inside. So, but now when Krishna has touched them, his body also became pure. So that also will start giving fragrance. Aghasura attained Sarupa Mukti, a kind of liberation in which person attains a form similar to the Lord. So there are multiple muktis. So Sarupya Mukti is one, where he gets form similar to the Lord. So if you go to Vaikuntha, so everybody looks like Lord Vishnu with 4 arms and this thing. So it is called Sarupa Mukti, Sarupya Mukti. So now this is Aghasura's past life. Who was Aghasura? Aghasura's real name was Agha, who was a son of demon Sankhaj Juda. He was strong and handsome. One day, Agha saw the sage Astavakra Muni. So if you see every demon, they did some panga with some sage. They have done some conflict with a sage and they are cursed. So here also, Agha was very handsome, strong. He saw Astavakra Muni and who had a deformed appearance. Now, this sage was not handsome. He had some problem in his body. He was not looking fine. His body was little, but not proper. He was walking near the Malaya hills. Agha made fun of the sage by saying, "Who is this ugly person?" Astavakra was angered by Agha's ignorance and cursed him. "Oh, wicked person, may you..."
Listen, Astavakra means
Sorry, Mataji. Mata, you were saying something? I muted you by mistake.
I was saying like Astavakra means Asta means 8, Vakra means crooked. So he was turned crooked from 8 places. That's why his name was Astavakra.
Okay. So he was basically, his body was crooked or tera, you can say, from 8 places. Correct, no? Bimala Mataji? Hello.
Yes.
So if you see Lord Krishna, he's tera from 3 places, no? That's why we call him Trivakrama. Is it? No, his Trivikram is because he's a universe, he's a Lord of the universe of 3 universes. But Lord Krishna also, we say, na, his body is having 3 curves. 3 curves. Okay. So now, but that here in this case, he had 8 curves, and he was Agha started laughing, saying that how ugly he's looking. But Astavakra became very angry with Agha's arrogance and cursed him. "Oh, wicked person, may you turn into a ugliest snake on the earth." Realizing the gravity of his actions, Agha abandoned his pride and fell at the sage's feet, seeking forgiveness. So all the demons who did this to any sage, they immediately realized, what mistake I have done. We have been cursed so badly, and immediately they fall into the sage's feet and seek forgiveness. Seeing Agha's remorse, Astavakra Muni blessed him, saying, "By Lord Shri Krishna's entrance into your stomach, you will be liberated from your snake form." As a result of sage Astavakra's curse, Aghasur transformed into a snake, but through Astavakra's blessings, he attained a kind of liberation that's rare even for the Devtas. So if you see, Lord Krishna is always obliged to his devotees. So to all the sages, what they promised, he has to fulfill. So Lord Brahma also, whatever he promised, Lord Krishna, he has to fulfill his whatever Brahma has promised. And same way all sages. So always be devoted to the devotees of Lord Krishna. Then you will always be protected. And he will fulfill the promise what the devotee gives, what his guru gives, what a sage gives. Also, Aghasura was wasn't a devotee, he gave joy to Krishna's Gopa's friends who entered into his mouth with a great playful spirit. Therefore, Krishna was merciful enough to give him liberation. Agasura's dry skin stayed for a long time, became a cave for children to play in. So that skin was always there and it was playing, just like in Putna's case. Agasura's body smelled nice and looked good because Krishna touched it. So, because Krishna touched, his body became pure and fragranted. Krishna's giving liberation to even demons is a remarkable quality of his completeness, and it should instill faith in people. So Lord is so merciful, he never discriminates with anybody. He has no discrimination. Even persons who are his devotees or not his devotees, he doesn't discriminate. He is merciful to everybody, and this is what should give faith, generate faith in all of us. After saving the boys and calves from Agasur, Krishna brought them all to the bank of Yamuna and said, "Dear friends, just see how beautiful this sacred river is. The blooming lotuses, humming bees, chirping birds, and the soft and clean sands are so beautiful, delightful. Let us take lunch at this scenic place and fill our hungry bellies. Meanwhile, our calves can drink water and eat the fresh grass nearby." So they went to Yamuna, near Yamuna, and they had their lunch. All the Gopas became delighted and jubilant as they left their calves in a place with fresh grass. They sat on the river bank and opened their lunch bags. Krishna sat in the center, surrounded by his friends, like the core of a lotus flower, and everyone eagerly awaited his glances. So they always liked Lord Krishna to see them. So Lord Krishna used to sit in the center. The community that keeps Krishna in the center receives all reciprocation and protection from him, like the Gopa. So we are always told, keep Krishna in the center of your life, and he will ensure that everything is perfect for you. Then you don't need to bother. You will ensure that everything will be perfect. And everybody will be happy with you. This is my experience. Have Krishna in your life and keep him in center. All people around will be very happy with you, and they will really like you in many ways. So have Krishna in center because he'll take care. Everything he'll manage. The boys used flowers, leaves, fruits, baskets, tree bark, and rocks as their plates. So they were always go green. Now people try to see, we want to be environment friendly. They were always environment friendly. They used to use leaves, fruit, basket, tree barks, and rocks as their plates. Like no plastics, nothing. So tasted each other's preparations, laughed and enjoyed their lunch with Krishna. Just as a great demon came to trouble Krishna and the Gopas before their lunch, a great Devta came to trouble them during their lunch. Are you curious to know who he was and what kind of disturbances did he cause? So we'll see this next chapter is very, very important of Lord Brahma taking away the calves and the Gopas, and he just takes them away from there, and Lord Krishna recreates them. He recreates them immediately. So that's a very beautiful story, and there is a lot of hidden secrets in that. There's a lot of nice things. So Agasura was a biggest demon, and how this Leela happened. A lesson on protection. The Gopas believed that Agasura's body was a fun place for them to enjoy. However, it was actually a dangerous snake's mouth that's meant to harm people. Thankfully, the Gopas' unwavering faith in Krishna protected them. In a similar way, this world, like Agasur, often tricks us into thinking that certain things will bring us happiness, but they can lead to distress. So people feel, that earning a lot of money will be very happy. So if we see a life of, say, Mukesh Ambani, one of the top richest person in the world, is he really happy? I'm not sure, because he works for at least 14, 16 hours a day. First, he goes to his office, he works there. Then in the evening, when he comes back home, he has an office at his house because he has foreign companies. So the timings of Europe and US are in the night. So the times are different. So time zones are different. Then he will work up to night, 2 o'clock. So again, early morning, 8 a.m. he is ready for work. So where is the life he's enjoying? And he's always, covered by all the security guards. He can enjoy. He can go to a pani puri shop and eat pani puri also. Or he can go on a bike for a ride. He has to be always protected with the jet security or whatever. So there is no life with so much of money. What's the point of earning so much of money? You can't enjoy a moment of your life for yourself. So here also in this, we think that so many things will bring happiness, but actually they lead to distress. And his life is actually distressful. He's always bothered, either my investment here is doing good, not good, my company is doing good, not good, what is, and always there's the investor pressure, shareholders pressure. So I'm just giving an example, but for us also who are in the middle class also, everybody is running behind money to earn money. They are struggling, earn money, but they can't enjoy it also. They are working like crazy. But we have to believe in Krishna. But if we trust in Krishna, just like the Gopas did, even if we ever find ourselves in a tough spot, Krishna will come and rescue us like a superhero. So always have faith in Krishna and he will never fail to help you. So, here one thing, when the children actually, they were dead and Krishna brought them alive, the children did not realize it, that they were dead. It was such a miracle and no children was aware of it. When we have faith in Krishna's plan, we become part of something truly special. Recall the 3 moments in your life when you felt Krishna's protection. This will strengthen your confidence in Krishna and bring hope and happiness. So there are many moments in our life where we see that Lord Krishna has helped us. Okay. So this we end with Agasur. So we'll just, any questions here? I'll go to the next then. Okay, then I'll just start with one, the Bhagavatam Tales 2, which we'll continue. So there we have a story now of Daksh and Narad. So Daksh, Prajapati, Daksh was the father of Sati, that Leela happened with Lord Shiva. Then when Daksh took a next birth, he became son of Priyavrata. Prachita, the son of the Prachitas. And then he went to Vidyavatas to worship Lord Vishnu. Then he was given the responsibility of increasing the population. So we call him Daksh Prajapati. So he did a lot of tapasyas for many years. And then Lord Vishnu came and he, in his eight-handed form. So he had 8 hands. Lord Vishnu came with his 8-handed form. And then Daksha prayed him, worshipped him. And he desired that I want to get children for increasing the world's population. And then Daksha married a woman and he got 10,000 sons. So see, those times, it was not, the procedure of having sons was by mercy, not by any other thing. So it was by mercy, they used to get children. So he got 10,000 sons. So when he got 10,000 sons and he decided, wanted to make them kings or give them responsibilities, so his sons were called Haryashwas. So those sons, he sent them for austerity. He said, okay, now before you take responsibility, you go to a forest, do austerity, do tapasya, then you take responsibility. So when they went to the forest for doing tapasya, so they went near a lot of sages used to stay. And there Narad Muni saw them. So Narad Muni saw this 10,000 sons, Haryashwas, and then he felt, he should give them knowledge. So when he started giving them knowledge, and he made them spiritual, and then with that knowledge, they decided that they don't want to marry. And they gave their life, they started living in the forest, and they as a sage, as sannyasis. So Lord Narad Muni's impact was there, and they got the knowledge that getting children, increasing population, that is not good. We'll be wasting our time. We should always do spiritual activities and reach Lord Vishnu's planet. So they decided and did this. So when Daksh came to know, he became very angry. Then he went to Lord. Then he again he decided to have more sons. So after 10,000 sons, he had 1,000 sons. This time he had 1,000 sons. So this 1,000 sons were called Savla Swas. So they were also this 1,000 sons. They were there. They were sent by Daksh Prajapati to do austerity at the same place where the sages were there. Then again, Narad Muni saw them. So Narad Muni said, I will give them also blessings. So he said, your 10,000 brothers, they also came, and then they did this. They also did sannyas. So these 1,000 sons were inspired, and they also did sannyas. So now what will be the situation of Daksh Prajapati? Many times in ISKCON, you find many parents coming and fighting because some of the devotees, they have taken sannyas at a very young age. So they may be 25, 30, and they take sannyas. And so the parents become very wild. They become very angry on the authorities or the spiritual masters. They say, these how come you have brainwashed them and you have done this, that. But actually they have realized it's a matter of self-realization that has happened. So because of that, they become. So same thing here also, Narad Muni is doing the same thing. But Daksh Prajapati is becoming very, very angry. Now, so he became so angry that he cursed Narad. So Narad Muni, what he did, actually, when he, after making his another 1,000 sons as sannyasis, he went to Daksh and he said, he also thought, I'll give him knowledge. But Daksh Prajapati though was very angry at Narad. So immediately,
Ravi, brahmachari, not sannyasi.
sannyasi, brahmachari. This is said sannyasis in the book. So brahmachari, it's actually sannyasis because they did not marry after that. So brahmachari, so at least it's mentioned sannyasi. So that's it. Because they decided they will never marry afterwards. Brahmachari is a period. After that, they still can go into grahastha ashram. So they become sannyasis. Or in ISKCON, we say brahmacharis, that way. So when Narad Muni came to meet Daksha, Daksha said, you are a cheater and you did this with my sons. So I give you a punishment, I curse you that you will never be able to stay at a one place. So Narad Muni was very happy, So although Narad Muni was very powerful, he could have given a counter curse. He did not do. He accepted that curse because Daksh was very angry at the time, and at that time he did not want to, confront with him. And then he accepted the curse. He was so happy. He said, "Yeah, I don't want to stay at a one place." So now that's the reason Narad Muni keeps on traveling across and liberating so many people. So after Daksh had given him that curse, so now Daksh was wondering, what to do. So then he went to Lord Brahma. So yeah, Narad Muni's teachings are, Narad Muni is always wanting to help others. His intention is always to help others, not that he just what do you say? His intention, he never has any self-interest. He's a very selfless person, and that's what he was doing. So after his 11,000 sons became sannyasis, now Daksh went to his grandfather, Lord Brahma, and told, what should I do? So Lord Brahma said, okay, now what you do, you have daughters, because when you have daughters, Narad Muni will not be able to make them sannyasis. So don't worry. So then Daksh said, yes, that's the right thing. So he decided to have daughters. So now he had 60 daughters. He got 60 beautiful daughters. And then he married 60 different daughters to various sages. And from these 60 daughters of Daksh, various types of species came in the universe. Human beings also, birds, serpents, aquatic animals, demons. Demons also come from here. So Diti and Aditi, they also give birth to demons and this thing. So the whole universe the population is created of all species from Daksh Prajapati's daughters. So when they married to various sages. So if you see our Gotra, when we say our Gotra, we talk about, say, my Gotra is Kashyap. So Kashyap is a sage. So he had married with one of the Daksh's daughters. So that way, from this family, all this universe has been, the population has been created. So now in this, 27 daughters of Daksha married to moon god. So with Som Bhagwan, with moon god they married, and one of the daughters' name was Rohini, and he became the favorite of moon. And what happened? The Rohini was so favorite, then he neglected his other 26 wives. And then when Daksh came to know about it, he was very angry, and then he cursed the moon. So when he cursed the moon, he said, your shine will go away, then nobody will love you. And then what did Daksh do? What did moon god do? He went to Somnath and he did a worship to Lord Shiva. So Somnath temple, the name of Somnath is because of moon god worshipping Lord Shiva. So there he worshipped Lord Shiva. Then Lord Shiva blessed him that you will get your light back, but it will diminish. So 15 days you will fall, and then 15 days you will grow. So that way, moon god worshipped Lord Shiva at Somnath. But moon god was cursed by Daksh because of neglecting his other wives other than Rohini. And then other than his other daughters married to various people. So Daksh, 10 daughters were married to Lord Yama, 70 daughters were married to sage Kashyap, and so on. And Diti and Aditi were the prominent wives of Kashyap. So we have heard the story of Diti and Aditi, their sons. Diti was the mother of demons who were all evil in their activities and attitude. Aditi was the mother of the Devtas, who are generally noble in character. So the Devtas and the demons, they all come from Brahmanas, Kashyap only. So ultimately their father was sage, but because of some reasons they became demons on this thing. So that we'll listen, Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakashipu, how they were born to Aditi. Aditi was once, so now this is the way these families were created. So Indra was the son of Aditi. So now Indra, once he was sitting on a throne. So after that, Indra became the king of the heaven after this. And then he was sitting on the throne. So once there was a function, there were singers, musicians, and there was an event going on in his palace. And sage Brahaspati, his main priest, he came to his palace. And Indra was so much engrossed and proud in that this thing that he did not stand up for in respect for his guru. And Brahaspati saw it, and although he became angry, he did not curse him. He just left from there. And this became the biggest fall for Indra. So in our life also, if you see, if we don't respect our gurus, teachers, parents, we will start falling. So this is very important. Lord Indra didn't give respect to Brahaspati, and he started falling. And the demons attacked Lord Indra because when they came to know that the guru has gone from his life, Brahaspati is not there, the demons attacked Indra and they conquered the heaven. The heaven was conquered by them. So if you see in Mahabharata also, when Vidur goes away from the palace of Kauravas, they start falling. Same way for Ravan, when Vibhishan goes away. So Vibhishan, these are all great souls. They are as good as gurus. So when the guru goes away from the life, they start falling. And there was a demon. For the demons, they had a guru called Shukracharya. So Shukracharya is the guru of demons. So somebody actually, I don't know, but somebody tells, this Shukracharya, this demon families come from Shukracharya, and that's the reason some people celebrate Friday as their holiday, or Friday is the prime day. So because they come from Shukracharya, they believe Guru Shukracharya. And because with this power of, because they had a powerful guru, they attacked the Devtas and they conquered them. And then the Devtas, they did not know what to do. They went to Lord Brahma for help. And then when Lord Brahma came to know that Indra had behaved in this way to his guru Brahaspati, he became very angry on Lord Indra, and he told him, "You have done very wrong." And he actually criticized him, and he told him that this is not right. Then he said, "Now you will, because without a guru, you will not be able to win over the demons." So he said, "Okay, now Brahaspati is gone." And Brahaspati, what he did, he went away so that he could not be seen. They could not find where did Brahaspati go. So now Brahma said, "Okay, now you will have to accept one person as a guru called Vishwarupa." So Vishwarupa was a young person, but where his father was, Swastha was a powerful Brahmana, but his mother, basically Swasta's wife, was from a demon family. But Vishwarupa was young. He was young than the Devtas. So, and when Lord Brahma told them, "You make him as your guru, he will help you get back your kingdom." So then they agreed, and they went to Vishwarup and they prayed to him, and then Vishwarup agreed. So Vishwarup agreed to become their guru, and then he told them, "I'll teach you some mantras. I'll give you Narayan Kavach." So Vishwarup gives the Devtas a Narayan Kavach, with which they can get their kingdom back. So what was Narayan Kavach? So Narayan Kavach had 3 portions. So first was called protection by chanting mantras. So first thing is, by chanting mantras, they could get this. So they said, you chant 8-syllable mantra of Om Namo Narayana. And he gave a process, how you can touch. Meera, I'll answer to your question later. So he said Om Namo Narayana. When you say, "Oh, touch your feet," then Na, then you touch your knees, and then thighs, then belly. So when you utter some words, you touch that, kind of do exercise. And this is the way you do this mantra of Om Namo Narayana. And then he gave him another mantra called Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is the mantra which Dhruv Maharaj also did, and Srimad Bhagavatam starts with that verse. And then he gave him one more verse, Om Vishnave Namah. So these all words, when he gave them, he told the process also, how you should chant, how you should do that. And then he said, then you will become very powerful, and nobody from no armors from any direction can attack you. Then one is by mantras. Then second process he gave them was protection by different avatars. So different avatars. So Lord Vishnu has various avatars. So he said you worship each avatar. So may Lord Vishnu on the back of Garud, whose hands hold conch, disc, sword, steel club, arrow, bow, and noose, protect me from all sides. May Matsya avatar, the fish incarnation, protect me in water from fierce animals. So Lord Vishnu should protect me from all sides. Matsya avatar will protect me from water, from fierce animals. Lord Vaman protects me from on the land. Lord Narasimhadev, he should protect me. He protects me from difficult places like forests and battlefields. Lord Vara, the boar incarnation, saves me on the streets. May Lord Kurma save me from falling to hell. May Lord Ramchandra protect me in foreign countries. So Lord Ramchandra was the first person who visited foreign country without any visa. Correct? He went to Sri Lanka. So here, the protecting, may Lord Ramchandra protect me in foreign countries. May Lord Dhanvantri protect me from unhealthy eatables and physical illness, because Dhanvantri is a god of medicines. May Lord Rishabdev save me from all fears. May Lord Balram protect me from injuries caused by others. May Lord Shesha save me from envious serpents. May Vyasdev protect me from ignorance, because Vyasdev is a knowledge giver of Vedas. May Lord Buddha save me from activities opposed to the Vedas and laziness. May Lord Kalki protect me from the dirt of Kaliva. So this is a prayer which Vishwarupa gave to the Devatas by protection by various avatars. Then he gave them protection by Lord's weapons. So he said all the weapons of Lord, then there's a prayer for his Lord's disc, Lord's club, and Lord's conch, and this thing should protect them. Then the last one was holy name. May the Lord's holy name protect us from the influence of bad planets, meteors. So Vishwarupa gave them this knowledge of Narayan Kavach prayer, consisting of these 4 components. And that said, with this, you will be able to defeat the demons easily. And after this, Indra conquered the demons and they became ruler of the heavens. So first, the Devtas lost the kingdom because of not giving respect to Brahaspati as Guru. Then with finding other Guru, they got the kingdom back, who gave them Narayan Kavach. So this is the story. Meera, you had a question, sorry.
That only I had the question only. So I got the answer.
Acha.
I
Okay.
just wanted to confirm. Yes.
Okay.
As
Okay.
I remember you told of Lord Indra.
Okay. Lord Indra is not bad, but the Bhagavatam only focuses on what wrong things he does so that we can learn from that. That's the only reason.
Yes.
Okay. So I think we had a video, but we'll show that video on Monday. Okay. So we are already late. So vanchakalpatrubhayascha kripa sindhubhaya ivacha patitanam pavane bhayo vaishnave bhayo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,